What's up, guys? Mr. Evergreen here, coming to you live in the apocalyptic times. Smells like smoke out here, so I'm gonna do a little gardening in my mask today, which is just fine. But yeah, so we're gonna be thinning out our beets today. How exciting! They've been given not much love, and they certainly could use some. You can see I have quite a few that grew here, and not as many that grew back here. So we're gonna deal with that. We're gonna use the same process that we've used in the past, right? Just kind of put down the shovel, dig up. You're gonna get this dirt clump that comes out. Yeah, it's got a few different stems in it, obviously. So if you just give that a crumble, the dirt will come apart, and so will the individual stems. So I'm gonna do that with the rest of these here, and then I'm gonna line them all up so we can see how many we have. And just for record keeping, that first little uptick of shovel we did there had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beets. Down, up, underneath of it. Take that dirt. That's good dirt. You don't want it to, you know, leave the garden. It's not what we're after. We're after the beets. Add those to the pile. And they kind of like to be spaced a little wider. I kind of moved my lettuce into a bit of beets territory. And I noticed that this over here is just mulch. So I'm actually going to go ahead and expand my beet planting area. So with this quantity, I'm going to do holes, like I did with my lettuce previously. I see how those go for them, but I'm going to just poke these evenly. Quick shot of the finished holes. Get it up with 3 by, looks like 5. I might expand it to 6. Let's see what happens. First one's in. Now what I tried to do was get the dirt up above the very base of it, high enough that this plant's going to stand. Because like, obviously the taproot's what's going to be important on these guys, but I'm still going to try to get the dirt up to like a bit up the leaf so it can have a chance to actually stay standing. And planting them is simple enough, in case you haven't seen it in another video, but I'm going to put that tapweed right there, or taproot, we want in the ground. Put that in the ground. I have to dig a little hole, a little deeper. That taproot as in the ground as possible, because that's what's going to actually do the work. These leaves are just for show, just to give life to what's underground. But I'm going to put the phone down for a second, straighten these guys up, and maybe just plant the rest of them. Let's take a moment to appreciate this glorious sample of a beet. As you can see, we're now partway through with getting the beets put into the holes we've dug. And by dug, I mean poked. And there you have it. I ended up putting a row in the front. I got about 18 beets planted here. I got about 7 little roots, which I'm going to transfer to some pots for a total of about 25 of my seeds that took this beautiful little planting area. I think that now that I have those planted, I should go ahead and mulch. So we're going to mulch all the way over to there. And this is what we've got for mulch today. Nothing special, it's just some black mulch from, quote, Expert Gardener. It's a Walmart brand. I think it was like $2, something like that, for the 2 cubic feet of mulch. The thing about cheap mulch is you're going to get these big pieces in it, which, you know, whatever, the plants can work with that. But if you get like more expensive, more triple processed mulch, you'll have some that are really fine particles, and those break down easier, and I think they kind of create a better coverage area than just these big pieces, because obviously, you know, there can be gaps really easily with pieces laying on top of each other, so you might have to apply more to actually get a good covering for the surface area. But yeah. Before And after. And look what a difference it makes. Especially those marigolds, they just absolutely pop. For good measure, I went ahead and mulched over by our zinnias too. You can see here, they are just beginning to bloom. Beautiful, beautiful flowers. Here's my growing box from yesterday. I'm gonna go water this. I'm gonna water over there. We're gonna be done with the day. And this is my first carrot planter. You can see them over the side, but only about half of them are taking up this space. So I went ahead and put our beets into this pot. So they should have a good, happy life. These are some beans that I picked off of my bean plants here. They haven't actually started climbing, but they have been producing. So I'm hoping sometime they'll climb, and if not, whatever. I'm gonna go with the shower setting. And since I didn't say it, I just wanted to point out the purpose of this mulch is twofold. It's going to suppress weeds that are trying to grow. And it's also going to really improve moisture retention. So the heat will be dissipated by the contact with the mulch before it reaches the dirt. So you can actually improve your plant's growing quality and save you a little bit of watering, because otherwise soil will come out completely dry. You come out and look at it, you're going to be doing extra watering. So, well, that's done. Thanks for sticking around. Much love, y'all. Have a good day.